Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a moment. Anyway, I'm wearing clothes as usual. Today we are going to react to my favorite LoLcow. I have not seen this video. This video is called "After You Get Fast Money, POV a Stripper." So let's see what this young lady, who is a college graduate but is a stripper, has to say. After you get fast money, POV a stripper. I'm sure this is great. I'm sure this is going to be life-changing. Let's see what happens.
Welcome back to Ask Anna. It is me, Anna. Reaper kicked his ball under the couch. That's why he's whining. He does it on purpose. There's like 5 balls under there already. Ugh. Reaper. Today I'm going to talk about what actually happens when you get a lot of money. I think I'm the perfect spokesperson for this because I am a stripper and I went from working a 13-hour job, $13 an hour, to then making you to several $100s a day.
I don't know. She's a moron. So I don't know. A lot of money. What is a lot of money is relative, but when I think of a lot of money, I don't think I'm thinking like white collar job. You have a desk. You're like a financial officer for, Fortune 500 company. You're like a entertainment lawyer. You just represented Brad Pitt. You like a lot of money to me is like, you drive a Benz and like you're not struggling. But the whole point of this is strippers don't make a lot of money. They just don't. Like making a few $100 a day, on the world scale, it's not a lot of money. You would actually make more money if you had a regular 9-to-5 job. But whatever.
When I started dancing. So the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to be like, oh wow, there's all this money, and you're going to put it away. And then what's going to happen next is you're going to think, oh, I can afford all of these things I haven't been able to afford before. So you're going to eat out. You're going to buy yourself all the nice things you want. Not all of them, like I'm still conservative. I still thrift everything. I think I'm smart with my money, but once you come into a lot of money, your spending definitely increases.
Who is watching this? Okay, me. But who is watching this crap? This is straight garbage. This is... I should have watched this video on Thursday because it's trash day. This is horrible. You're getting financial advice from a stripper. Give me a break.
And it's not good. And I feel like everybody thinks they won't do it until they get there, and then you're just adapting to your new standard. So when you get a lot of money and it's fast like that and it's legal, I can't speak for the illegal people. Yeah, that's what happens. And some people say too, it's like a subconscious thing where you haven't had that money before, so you just want to get rid of it as soon as possible because they're used to seeing like a certain number in your bank account. I disagree with that. I just think it's because you think you can afford it and then you just kind of lose track.
I disagree with this whole video. This is just pointless dribble. It's just her just talking. This is I don't know. Looks like I picked the wrong video to watch. Jesus Christ. I remember because wasn't like the last video or the video before she was talking about like haters, and it turns out a hater is just someone who doesn't think the same way she thinks. Like, she's not her worldview is just strange. But whatever. Hey, go Anna.
I'm going through that right now. And that's the other thing too. It's a little dangerous in my job because you just think like, oh, all I have to do is work this amount of days and I can just make back what I spent. So you just think like there's this everlasting pool of money you can just take out, which is true.
Her job is based on simps. So, how many incels are going to go to the strip club? How many simps? How many whatever guys that like to give women money to sit on their lap, which blows my mind. So her money is based on sex. She sells sex. Now, I know on her channel she's not going to say, "Oh yeah, like when a guy comes to the club, if he gives me $200, I sleep with him." She's not going to say that, but from my experience, every stripper sleeps with the people that go there because there's always someone that offers enough money where they'll say yes. And I'm assuming because she's never had a normal relationship with a man that she's sleeping with clients because like she in the past video she said she was like sleeping with the clients. So it's what was I gonna say, like simflation. So I guess in a way, like her view on money is based on men that want to have sex with her, basically. So anything she's saying about money, obviously the average person cannot relate to. So once again, it's me saying, who is watching these videos for life advice? The average woman is not a stripper. So.
And if you're going to spend more, that's okay. You just have to be making more. But I just want to give people this knowledge because
the stripper knowledge.
I don't know. I went from like being so frugal, and I still am pretty frugal, but I feel like I need to go back to how frugal I was before so that I can save all of this. Because now I have bigger goals. I want to go
be a
into
lawyer.
law school, and that's a lot of money too. And when like 2-3 months ago, I was thinking, what would be like the monthly payment for a new car or a used car? Like what would be the monthly payment for me to get on a lease? When really it's like, no, you need to keep living as you were before and just be saving all of this. So yeah, just be careful with that.
Or you can use your made-up degree and just get a real job that would pay more than being a stripper. Yeah, that's my advice. Use your college degree and get a real job instead of being a stripper. I think, and I'm guessing, I'm just throwing this out there. I bet you if you take every college degree, okay, even all the fake bullshit leftist ones like women's studies, you take all those college degrees and you average out all those people who are actually using their college degree to get a job. So like not the people who are waitresses, but the people who actually got a job because they had a college degree. You take all their salaries and average them out, and then you take every stripper in America and average their salaries out. I bet you all the college degree people are making a lot more money than the strippers. But oops. My bad. I know where I was.
And it's not good. And I feel like everybody thinks they won't do it until they get there, and then you're just adapting to your new standard.
Right.
So when you get a lot of money and it's fast like that and it's legal, I can't speak for the illegal people. Yeah, that's what happens. And some people say too, it's like a subconscious thing where you haven't had that money before, so you just want to get rid of it as soon as possible because they're used to seeing like a certain number in your bank account.
And
I
I didn't
just
say anything the first time she said that. Do people really look at their bank account and if there's too much money in it, they're like, "Oh no, I gotta spend money to make it zero because I'm so used to being broke." Like I don't think people do that. I don't think people like look at their bank account like, "Oh no, there's too much in here. I better spend it." Like that's a weird way of thinking. I think,
agree
but
with that. I just think it's because you think you can afford it and then you just kind of lose track.
oh,
I'm going through that right now. And that's the other thing too. It's a little dangerous in my job because you just think like, oh, all I have to do is work this amount of days and I can just make back what I spent. So you just think like there's this everlasting pool of money you can just take out, which is
this is
true.
where you left
And
off.
if you're going to spend more, that's okay. You just have to be making more. But I just want to give people this knowledge because I don't know. I went from like being so frugal, and I still am pretty frugal, but I feel like I need to go back to how frugal I was before so that I can save all of.
You know, I just don't understand the world of strippers. Like, am I the only one here who thinks like this? She's not attractive. I I don't know. I mean, I just don't see it. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. She because she she looks like there's a fat person struggling to to just burst out of that average body of hers. But anyway,
This because now I have bigger goals. I want to go into law school, and that's a lot of money too. And when like 2 3 months ago, I was thinking, what would be like the monthly payment for a new car or a used car? You know, like what would be the monthly payment for me to get on a
well, the monthly payment for you would be maybe 20 lap dances and 3 blowjobs.
lease? When really it's like, no, you need to keep living as you were before and just be saving all of this. So yeah, just be careful with that. This is really tempting. I'm like making super simple switches too and looking at all my money. And I think what bothers me the most is it makes me feel poor.
You are poor. You're a stripper. I can't name one stripper that lives in a mansion. She's finally just realizing she's poor. You're a stripper. I the okay. Think of OnlyFans. The average woman on OnlyFans only makes like $100 a month. It's just they have like the top 3% whatever that's making millions, but the other 97% of the women are making a couple $100. That's it. So it's the same with strippers. I'm sure there's like a former porn star that has a residency at a strip club. Like she's making bank every night, but no, like the average stripper is not making a lot of money.
To look at my budget and look at what I'm spending. Like something super simple as shopping at Publix versus Trader Joe's. I spent like half of what I usually spend by shopping at Trader Joe's like 2 weeks ago. And part of me feels like, oh, I've worked so hard. I've done so much. I deserve to shop at Publix. When it's really not about that. And I know it's like
You're a retard.
once you make more, it's like an ego thing and you don't want to go back to what you were doing before you had all that money.
Did you hear that? That's what a person who's going to end up bankrupt says. She's the kind of person where it's like the more money I make, the more I should spend. So she's like one of those professional basketball players that made, $54 million during their career but end up going bankrupt. That's that mentality. Okay? So I'm glad we watched this. This is another example of the exact opposite of what this woman says. Because that right there shows her mentality. Okay? Do not take her advice. Once again, in almost every video we watch of her, my advice is do the opposite of her advice or just don't take her advice at all.
But it's important that you keep living way below your means, even though it doesn't feel great, especially living in Atlanta too, and it's flex culture out here. Yeah, important to live below your means.
But you said you weren't living below your means earlier. And then every video she takes like three different stances on the same topic. Pointless dribble. Pointless.
Yeah, I guess my message is a little conflicting because I expect people.
Yeah, it is conflicting because you said three different things. You don't even know what you're talking about, huh? I bet you if you took an X-ray of her head, like her brain would bounce around, be like one of those Homer Simpson brains. Homer Simpson brains.
Well, not people. Expect men to spend money on me, and then I'm talking about not spending money. But this isn't about that.
Simps.
This is about you not living out of your means. Like, I just think it's stupid. Like, if you're gonna have all this money, right, you don't need to have two cars that were made last year that are new that you're on a lease for. Like, it's just.
But you said that if you make more money, you feel like you should spend more money on better things. You said that. So now you're saying you shouldn't. You shouldn't have made this video. Seriously.
You don't need to have all the designer stuff. Like, even if you do have that amount of money, it's just stupid to be putting your money towards that. Like, you could be building other businesses. There's charities that you can improve. Like,
No, 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 no. If you're poor, she's poor. If you're poor, do not give to charity. That is just dumb, stupid advice. If you're poor and you're giving to charity, you're a fucking moron. Okay? You're poor. You know how much gas costs a gallon right now? At least over here, it costs too much. Groceries cost more, a lot more than what they did a couple years ago. And you're going to give to charity?
there's so many places that money can go towards and be better spent.
Yeah, on yourself. She's all over the place.
And used. And I guess I'm just taking advantage of the people who would spend their money on women anyway. I don't feel bad about it. I really don't. But for all the normal people on here that aren't gonna help me out, spend your money or save your money. Save it. Yeah, that's it. My stinky. I'm wearing a onesie today. I'm actually really excited about this. Also just thrifted it. I haven't worn a onesie since I was a kid. It's not that bad.
Okay, so why does she exist? I don't get it. Okay, so you're taking financial advice from a woman whose money is based on simps, so it's pointless. You can't take financial advice from a sex worker. That's basically what that video was. Financial advice from a sex worker. So obviously, if you're watching this video, you have at least an average IQ, and a person with an average IQ knows not to take financial advice from a sex worker. So we're fine. I just hope that the people who actually watch her show for advice don't take it, because that was just ridiculous. But anyway, I need to detox. I can't do this anymore. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace.